This session, the NDP caucus committed to focusing our attention, this Parliament, on Canada's economy, on Canada's sovereignty, and on the security of Canadians. That's why today, New Democrats are calling on the Government of Canada to terminate the F-35 contract and move swiftly to negotiate an agreement with Saab to purchase 88 Gripen aircraft. At a time when the Trump administration is threatening our sovereignty, attacking Canadian workers, increasing tariffs on our industries, and interfering in our domestic and foreign policies, going through with any F-35 orders is simply unacceptable. To proceed with purchasing F-35s in the face of Mr. Trump's aggression is fraught with risk, economically damaging to Canada, and contrary to the Carney government's own expressed policies. It's clear that the F-35's economic benefits to Canada are nowhere near proportional to the cost of the program, which has already exploded 50% over budget. Research indicates that the vast majority, over 70% of F-35 production value, will remain within the United States. This aligns with comments from Liberal Industry Minister Mélanie Joly, who has admitted that Canada was shortchanged on industrial benefits from the F-35 contract. It runs counter to Prime Minister Carney's stated goal of retaining more industrial value and jobs in Canada from defense procurement. We know that President Trump has consistently attacked Canadian workers in the aerospace sector and others, and repeatedly uses economic blackmail to force Canada to agree to his policy demands. Just days ago, he threatened to decertify all Canadian-made aircraft, singling out Bombardier Global Express jets specifically, and impose a 50% tariff on any and all aircraft sold into the United States. This is the context in which he asks us to consider purchasing what is the most important aircraft air defense tool that Canada is going to need. In contrast, Saab's proposal offers a path forward that both meets Canada's defense needs and strengthens our manufacturing capacity. Saab would create over 12,000 jobs by setting up Canadian production lines for the Gripen fighter and Global Eye surveillance aircraft to supply our Royal Canadian Air Force and export markets. So Mr. Trump wants to take jobs out of Canada while Sweden seeks to locate them here. Trump would use our dependence to force policy agreement where Sweden has no such intent. In Davos, Prime Minister Carney stated, "We are in the midst of a rupture, not a disruption." He said that the old world order, where superpowers could be trusted to protect us and respect rules, is gone. He called on middle powers to unite against great power rivalry and economic intimidation. And he reminded the world that nostalgia is not a strategy and that we must build what we claim to believe in rather than waiting for the old order to be restored. So the bottom line is that purchasing F-35s from the United States will deepen our military integration with a superpower, not reduce it. Canada will become more vulnerable to American policy pressure, who can threaten to withhold software and spare parts, as Laurie has already indicated. And we will be intentionally and unnecessarily sending Canadian procurement dollars and jobs to the United States instead of using that money to create those jobs here. As a firm based in Sweden, a dependable NATO partner, Saab provides Canada with a stable, predictable source of defense cooperation. Two middle powers fulfilling Mr. Carney's stated goals. If the Prime Minister meant what he said, then his actions must match his words. If he proceeds with the F-35 contract, it will prove his speech in Davos was nothing but a public relations exercise. So today, New Democrats call on the federal government to immediately move forward with the Saab Gripen proposal and defend Canadian jobs, strengthen our aerospace industry, properly equip our Air Force, and protect Canada's sovereignty. Thank you very much, and I look forward to any questions that you may have.